So we have done research since we got home, and obviously the trailer, the repair for the brakes is pretty easy. It's just that brake line. So I'm gonna order a couple of those. So if another one was to fail on the road, I can just fix it. And what happened with the airbags is the pressure switch went bad, and it looks like the pressure switch is about 10 bucks. So I'm gonna order 2 of those again, so if it happens. And what happens when I was driving down the road and I stopped at night, the gauge for the airbags, it usually goes from 80 to 120. So it turns on at 80, runs to 120, and then shuts off. When I parked in South Carolina, I opened up the toolbox where the pump and everything is, and the gauge, when I was standing back, was reading at 0. And I was like, what the hell? So I released the dump valve for the lift axle, and pressure came out. And then I dumped all the bags and pressure came out. And all of a sudden, the needle actually wasn't at 0. It was at 160 was max, and then another quarter turn from that. So it's probably 220 PSI was in there. So it went from the 0 marker all the way down. So I tried it the next day, I turned it on, and sure enough, did not shut off, went all the way back up. So I wasn't able to use the airbags anymore. And I'll tell you what, when I'm driving down the road and the airbags aren't working, that thing is bouncing around like crazy. So, but as far as the sleeper cab goes, done a complete rethink. I've got a little bit of time. Unfortunately, I have a responsibility. I have to be in Florida for 2 weeks, starting the 21st. So that's only a few days away. So I called my insurance company. I'm actually going to take my insurance policy and lower everything to save myself about $1,000 over the next 3 weeks on the insurance, and just work on redoing this cab. So what we've done, we need generator power. That's all there is to it. It was nice to think that we wouldn't need generator power. I wouldn't have to use fuel, but it's just not going to happen, right? For the space that I have and the battery power that I have, it's just not going to happen. So I ordered a rooftop AC unit, which is also a heat pump. And so that gives me the ability to get rid of the Chinese diesel heater also, which improves my storage space on the box on the driver's side. And once we do that, obviously a generator is going to go back. So I've mounted that big black toolbox. That's going to go away, and I'm going to figure out something to just mount the generator right there, and that's it. And I'm going to work on doing 2 side mount toolboxes basically over the chassis cab fenders. So that I'll be able to do a video on, but which would be pretty cool. There's a ton of mounting points, where I can do bolts. So I'm just gonna weld up a frame and then put the boxes on top of that, and that'll give me access again for a little extra storage to hold my tools and everything. Moving blankets, something that's gonna stay warm. So, and then the bed, although it was comfortable and I slept like a rock that night. What we're gonna do with the bed, I actually ordered one of those like fold up chairs, right? So it's a fold up chair you sit on, and then you just open it up and then lay down. And once I get rid of all the wood framing and everything in there, the whole cab is now gonna be open. The cooler is gonna be dropped down, only sticks up 2 inches above the floor once it's installed on those boxes, once it's installed in the box. So it's gonna increase my space in there like tenfold. So I think once we do this rebuild, take 2, it's gonna be pretty awesome. So we're getting started on that right now. I'm taking everything out. I'm gonna go ahead and sell the Zero Breeze air conditioner. What else? Yeah, that's about it. That's really the only big ticket item. And we've got an idea for more counter space in there, because I was lacking that also. So a complete redo, but here we go. Hotshot RV take 2, starting now. So here we are inside the cab, the sleeper cab, and like I said, see these rails? That's where the cooler was sitting. So it's sitting up this high. Once we get rid of the Chinese diesel heater, we're just gonna move the battery over, slide it against the wall, and now the cooler can sit down in here. And again, it just sticks up like 2 inches over the floor. So the wood framing right here, and again, this was from my seat. So moving all this stuff around was just a little too much, and because it's stationary, if I had to move something to kind of wiggle around and get something done, I just couldn't do it, and I was banging into everything. So we have all that space underneath there. We're just gonna do that. What's gonna happen is all this is gonna go away, and then there's gonna be a fold down lid right here. So now it's just gonna be completely open, the entire thing. And once I get that fold up bed, it'll basically sit on the ground right here, the ground level. And then I can move that out of the way, open up this floor panel, and then I'm gonna have dedicated storage bins for my clothes, maybe some extra food, and whatever else I need. Oh, I didn't tell you. So the cabinet right here, when I was driving down the road, hit a couple of bumps, all of a sudden, the thing flung open, stuff started falling out. So we had this little thing to kind of hold it, but unfortunately it's not strong enough. So I'm just gonna install a little latch on there so that doesn't happen. And because the new seat is quite a bit lower, I'm going to be sitting about this high. So what I'm going to do is take the TV, bring it down to my eye level, which is going to give me the ability, I'm going to build a cabinet up across the top now. Basically the same as this, just right across the top, and that'll also be more storage. And the reason I can do that, drop the TV, is because this bed, I had to pull it up to fold it down, and I'm not gonna have to do that anymore. So the new bed, again, it's gonna sit right here, and I will open it, boom, boom. Obviously with the TV down a little bit, there's more storage space. So like I said, we're trying to squeeze every inch out of this cab that we can, and so here we go. See, look at that. Look at all this space. Things like a mansion now, right? Boom. And what I was gonna do right here, because I didn't have enough counter space I was talking about, because I put my hot plate up here, I was trying to cook, table was in my way right here, and then I had my dirty dishes, didn't have anywhere to put them. So what I have more of this butcher block, and what I'm gonna do is that section right there, whatever that is, 14, 16, something like that, down to there, I'm gonna do a fold up, and it's gonna fold up like this, the little leg, and then all that'll be counter space. And again, it'll be like this. That's just temporary right there. But now this shelf will go like that. Oh, there was the vent for the air conditioner, the Zero Breeze one. Obviously that's gonna be gone now. So yeah, so that whole section over this box is just gonna have a full down shelf. And then boom, all this area right here. I've got a crazy idea about a shower, but I guess I'll keep that one quiet for now. Again, open up, storage bin, storage bin, storage bin, close, close, food. Fold down. New chair will sit right there. And I've got so much room for activities. So yeah, so that's the inside of the truck, right? And what we're gonna do on the outside here is, as I said, this big old toolbox right here, we're gonna take it away, and the generator is gonna sit right there. And again, we're gonna have a rooftop AC now, and plus we'll have 110 power to run the microwave and also that hot plate. I'm gonna do a hot plate, what is it, induction hot plate. Sorry, GoPro was done. Induction hot plate in there, and I might be able to do a 2-burner this time. What? So, on the chassis cab, because I don't have any room, I didn't show everyone this, but, so these are my tarps, right? I don't know if you can see that, but I did a strap, and then I also did a locking chain. So, because there's so many thieving bastards out there that you gotta keep everything secure, because that's like $900 worth of tarps. So what we're gonna do right here is toolboxes right on the side, and then the lid's gonna open like that. So that's where I'm gonna put my moving blankets. And I misspoke when I said that. Not warm, dry is what I'm worried about. So moving blankets, tools, and then whatever other supplies I need. So yeah, I just want to say thank you everyone for the support from the last video. It was a rough day, but we're gonna get this thing perfected, and we're gonna get on the road and start making some money. All right, we'll see you on the next one.